Good morning, guys. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am Chief Coaching Facilitator and co-founder of my company, Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please join me for this video and others at my website, abundantlifeslc.com. Well, thank you for that week of rest, guys. Moving into my new house and just really exciting, and about 50% of the way there. So lots of fun going on. As you guys probably saw at my weigh-in this morning, good luck to all of you. 211.6, so another couple of pounds dropped. That was a little bit of a surprise, but walking and unloading and just doing all of this with the move and repainting the whole house, that type of stuff, I think really used up those calories as I went through the week. So what I wanted to talk about this morning was this idea of centered and what it means to be centered in our lives. So it's having a specific subject as the focal point. So what is that subject? Well, at Strategic Life Coaching, that could be physical in nature, diet in nature, it can be financial in nature, it can be spiritual in nature, and it can be emotional in nature. And what are those focal points? What are we trying to do to get centered and get some balance back in our lives? But the most important and critical part of being a centered person is this means you have a point to come back to when life's challenge and emotions push you off balance. So it talks about a source. So am I self-centered? Am I God-centered? And so if I'm self-centered, I'm using myself, my essential being, as that point that I'm returning to. And so if I'm self-centered, then when things hit me, I come back to me, and I have all of those filters and all of those justifications for the way that my life is. And so if I'm getting hit by messages and messengers that I don't like in my life, what I'm turning back to is the same old narratives. So as we've talked about the last few weeks, if I'm not changing internally, I remain self-centered and I continuously return to that point, to that source. So if I'm God-centered, the creator and ruler of the universe and a source of moral authority. So if I'm now changing and I'm trying to get centered in a different way and returning to a different focal point, I know that my outcomes are probably going to change. And again, this God thing, I'm getting a lot of feedback, and thank you again for the cards and letters. Keep them coming. God can stand for lots of things. The great outdoors, good orderly direction, as we've talked about. So this source, so if I get myself up and I go out to walk the dogs, and it's a beautiful sunny morning, and I'm looking at the trees and I'm looking at the blue sky around me and the cool breeze hitting me in the face. Not so much today because it's a very warm, humid breeze, but if I'm out there, that is a source of strength that I'm gaining from that. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about the Native Americans. They have something called a medicine wheel, and it's very spiritual, and they gain strength from everything around them. And that gives them what they need to get through each day in a different way, in a more positive way, in a more healthy way. And that's what we're trying to do here at SLC, is build something so that when you lacking power, and when these emotions and challenges of life are hitting you, and these messages are coming, pointing their finger, you should do this and you should do that, and all you have is to return to your center, you're going to get the same reactions that you've always gotten. We need to gain some strength, and we need to find a different source than ourselves for this power to help us get through the day and to help us be the person that we want to become. So the source is what we're looking for here. And where can you get a different source to make you feel better? Well, speaking specifically of your physical nature, if I can get up and I can follow, like I've been this last 5 weeks now, a different diet, one that has less salt and less sugar and has more protein and less carbohydrates, I find myself looking better and feeling better every single morning. I have a different source. So what I'm putting in my body is changing the way that I'm looking and feeling. It's a different source. I'm not eating McDonald's anymore, and I'm not eating fast foods. I'm not eating all kinds of pizzas, and it's helping me to feel better. So nutrition. I'm also now able to get back to the gym and able to physically get my body moving and get that energy and get those endorphins flowing through me to help me feel better and to help me look better and to help me be the person I want to be. As far as the emotional side of it, that's very key, of course, because if I'm just sitting in my house and I'm quarantined because of COVID, and you can only watch so much television, you can only watch so many movies, in my case, World War II movies, over and over again, I have to change the source. So getting outside and feeling the actual warmth of that sunshine. Sunshine changes your physical chemistry, adding vitamin D and that feeling of that strength. So whether you believe that it comes from God in a Judeo-Christian monotheistic sort, or you're just enjoying the outdoors, it doesn't make any difference what you believe the source comes from. I believe it comes from God. So my source now is God-centered, not self-centered, and I feel a lot better as a result of it. So what I'm suggesting, guys, is that when you're feeling down and when you're feeling depressed, to change the situation, to change the source of where your energy is coming from. And just simply by getting up and going to a daily AA meeting, those people are a source of strength and a source of energy for me, because I hear what's going on in their life. I hear their struggles. I hear how they're trying to overcome them. And that gives me the energy that I need to get my day started off correctly. A wonderful gentleman in there who I'll call Dan, he said, God speaks through all of you guys, and that's my higher power. You as a group have more strength and a better source of that strength than I am on my own. And I believe that to be very profound, and I believe that to be something that we can all tap into, because there's a lot of people in our lives that not only are they not a source of strength, they're a drain of our strength. And we need to be very, very careful about being around people that are sucking the life out of us because they need it themselves. And so you have to be aware of that. So if that's occurring and you've got a boss you don't like or whatever, then you need to be able to fill up that tank so that when you go to work and whatever, you've got some reserves inside of you that you can put up with those people in your life that are there that are going to try and take that away from you and take your life source and your strength away. So I hope that helps. It helps me immensely every day, and I seek that, and I seek to improve my connection with that every single day. And I'll tell you, as time has gone on, that becomes a working part of my mind, taking care of myself physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, and it becomes now a way of life, a lifestyle. Guys, take care. Keep the cards and letters coming. Love you all very dearly. Bye now.